Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you've got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
First down, Colts.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, come on, switch it. Bang, bang.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Just like that. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On second down, it's Hines, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down now. It's Hines, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. little jet sweep to start the drive. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
And he's going to go down again. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something.
And the pressure gets to him again. Reggie Ragland able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the screen.
Jackson now down around his goal line. Open man here, Neil Sterling, the tight end. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Set, ready. Switch the outlaw. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be trained. 6, good, half. Just, set, watch out. Check, line 54. Line 54.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
After 1, 7-0, RDA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Now it's Hines. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mike 50. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Check 88. Check 88. Check 99. Hey, alert 3. Alert 1.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Flushed out right. He finds an opening past the 40. And Stills bringing it in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Hey, 50 seconds, right? That's right, baby. They don't want it. 57. Mike, 57.
From the gun on third down. Klein. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Returnable for Grant. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Right here.
To throw on second down. Klein. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on third down. Klein. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down. Hey. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. Turn up. Kill.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again. Klein. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Looking to throw. Klein. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's make these babies cry.
They're going to try and throw. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Right away.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We play to win. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Play action. Now Jackson. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now Jackson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lance Kendricks in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Here we go, D. Hatchet.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Mostert. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the block, motion, block. Hey, check 24.
This is Mostert. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the gun on 3rd down. Klein, and he finds Stills, complete.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 1st down, Klein, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? There are too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This is Mack on the counter. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
I got him. Shift. Take 4. X3.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On third down, Klein. It's complete. Stills. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Klein. He gets it to Humphries.
That's it, baby.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist.
Running jet sweep here, Humphries. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Klein. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Klein. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give right side. Daniels. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner.
The ball comes out.
Pick your game up. 66, bullet, half.
On 1st down, it's Hines. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
22-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A first carry for Samaje Perine. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Go. Check your hot read. Mike,
they'll try the left side. It's Daniels, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He don't know no better. Shift. 64. Weak. Ball trot. Single.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to Sterling. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On on second down. It's Daniels. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, Hines. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep down. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ready and read. Check 55, Mike. I'm trying to collect. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Daniels. And some room to roam now. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feed. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Check, 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 check. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to